Hey, I'm Lara and this is Bolt. And today I'm going to explain to a few people who've been asking, how do I use targets when I'm doing bareback and bridleless riding? So first of all, I'll explain what I have here. This is my stick target. So it's something you can make at home really, really easy. It's just a broomstick with an upside down empty water bottle stuck over the end, and then you wrap it in tape. That's the target. So this end piece is the target, where if you're training your horse, he needs to put his nose on the end of the target, not on the stick area. This means you can put it way over here and he knows which bit he needs to reach for. Good. So now to explain how am I using this in bareback and bridleless riding. It's so that I can bend his head in a direction. Good. And obviously Bolt is an expert at this. Good. He knows that if I present this, then he puts his nose on that target. But then there's the problem. Who wants to ride around with one of these in their hands, especially when they're riding bareback and bridleless? Not me. I don't use a rope and Bolt's got no mane. So I kind of need to have at least some kind of hands-free ability while I'm riding bareback and bridleless. So yes, that means I can't use my stick target. If I was walking, trotting, yeah, it's fairly easy. But if you're going to up the speed at all, you don't really want to be walking around with one of these, or riding around with one of these. So then I transferred this target to a target that I have with me all the time, which is my foot. Bolt. Good. Good. And that's the foot target. So when I'm riding Bolt and I need him to focus his direction or bend his head to get a really tight circle, all I do is I continue with my forward cues, which is my bumping him to the side and my clicking or my kissing sound, and then I will put my foot out for him to reach, and he sees this and directs his head in that direction. Now, depending on how much I stick it out or how long I leave it there will depend on how much he turns his head. So I will now put this into practice so you can see. So I ask him to go forward. I give him my leg cue to turn this in that direction. And then if I want him to turn his head, he'll turn his head in this direction. I'm giving a forward cue with both of my legs, but Bolt's doing a tight circle without me doing his neck direction. I was going to call it a neck rein, but obviously it's not a rein because I don't have reins. Bolt. Good. So I let Bolt stop there because he reached his target, and obviously I let him reach his target at that point. Good boy. Now to show you with the foot target. So the foot target, I do exactly the same thing, except that I put my foot out. I'll do it when I turn around so you can see. Here, Bolt. He's a good boy. Good. So you can see straight away there how tight the circle I could get, and Bolt remains upright. So if I was relying only on my heel cue and my neck rein cue with my hand here, we could get the dropping of the shoulder and things like that happening. Whereas when I use my foot target, it means he stays upright and then he doesn't drop his shoulder. He can do a really tight circle while moving forward. So that is how I use targets while I'm doing bareback and bridleless riding. It's pretty simple and it's so easy to train. It's just obviously when your horse has been doing it as long as Bolt, they get very good at it. But then sometimes they ignore you as well. Good. Maybe a bum Bolt. Good. And now we'll go the other way. So because I'm holding my foot out there permanently, means he's got his head bent. If he takes his head off it, I just wiggle my foot to redirect his attention back to my foot. Good. Maybe a bum Bolt. Walk on. Good. So you can see how easy it is to use a foot target when you're bareback and bridleless. And that's it. Fairly simple, hey. Foot target with bareback and bridleless riding it just gives you more options for what you can achieve and the precision of the riding while bareback and bridleless. It just kind of is an added bonus to keep things where you want to go.